Action.
Nel cielo infinito.
9 seconds. That's what I'll give you to decide your fate.
And so you worked with Denzel for a long time now.
Right.
How would you describe your relationship after all these years?
It's a lot of shorthand now, you know what I mean? We don't have to have as long of a conversation about certain things. We have a rhythm, you know, the respect and the trust is there. And then we just do the work, man. We just do the work. That's what we do. You know?
And what do you appreciate most about him as an actor? Having seen him up close, and of course, like everybody else, you know, you've seen all of the many great movies he's made over the years.
He's so intense with the work. You know, Denzel's, it's like he's not a movie star when it comes to the work. He sits, he puts the work in, and when he comes to the set, you know, he comes to the set ready to go. You know, and everybody has to be ready.
Ciao, Roberto.
Roberto, tell me, what did you do back home?
Government work. I'm retired, man.
Yeah, so that's what
Does that raise the bar for everybody else on the production?
everyone, including me, absolutely. And he's going to question you, and he's going to challenge you. If you don't have the right answer, you'll know.
And like, I can imagine that process kind of plays out a bit like that, you know, that sort of steely gaze that Robert McCall does when he's kind of sizing up somebody. Is that what it's like to be on the receiving end?
Yeah, sometimes. You can see his mind looking at you going, you don't know what you're talking about, do you? You go back and rethink that answer. Yeah. This is fantastic.
And so what do you think makes him so perfect to play the Equalizer, Robert McCall, who's a man who at times is righteous, but also is aware of his own flaws?
You know, I think it's part of it's Denzel. It's just who he is. You know, there's a certain integrity to play that role, a certain gravitas you have to have. Denzel's just always thinking, and he's always giving you something fresh. There's a lot of mystery with Robert McCall just based on Denzel playing the role. So put him in front of the camera as Robert McCall, you know, you got a lot to unpack there.
You should stay out of other people's business.
Whatever it is you and your friends do it somewhere else.
You warning me?
I'm preparing you. Is that a Timex?
No, it's a movie.
That's the median nerve that I'm compressing. That's a level 3. If it goes to level 4, you will shit on yourself.
And Denzel turns 69 this year, which seems incredible. How does he approach the physicality of a role like this?
I mean, the same, you know what I mean? Obviously, Denzel's like an athlete. He loves boxing and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, we just slow things down and really take our time and talk it through and work through and keep everybody safe. But it's the same as we always have, you know, with intensity.
Yeah, there's so much intensity.
Yeah.
And a part of these Equalizer movies as well is the violence. It's a part of it. It establishes the character of Robert McCall. I guess, how do you find that line between enough violence to do justice to the character and the story? Because you need that kind of, you know, that the sort of retribution on some of these bad guys, but without it getting gratuitous.
It's earned. It has to be earned, you know, and then also, you know, even in the filming of it, we don't do anything that's unnecessary, you know. In this one, Equalizer 3, he's a little darker in the beginning, which, you know, you saw. And so that was there for a reason. And, of course, there's a price to pay for going too far, that sort of thing. So, yeah, everything's there for a reason.
And how would you describe, you know, the character's journey across this film and how you place that in context with the previous two films?
Well, each film had a specific journey. The first one is finding his purpose in life. The second one was making peace with his past and saying goodbye to even the friends he had to kill and losing Susan and going back home to say goodbye to his wife officially, you know, there. And this one is something about finding a home, finding some peace, finding a place that he feels he belongs.
Yeah, it's fascinating to see how this character has evolved over the three films. And in this one, you know, you forget about the Magnificent Seven. He's sort of a Magnificent One. And it kind of reminded me a little bit a film like that crossed with The Godfather, like what were, I guess, your inspiration, your sort of touchstones when you set about making this movie?
Really, it was, I mean, all those films, Godfather, of course, is an amazing film. You know, you can't make a film about the mafia without ever thinking about that movie, right? Corsairs, the Magnificent, Seven Samurai, with the Ronin who goes into a town to help people. But, you know, you really become more inspired by being there in Italy and looking at these locations, and that sort of sparks the fresh creativity.
And what was it like making a film in Italy?
Amazing. It was amazing. I mean, it's a dream come true. It has its complications like all movies, but, you know, champagne problems. You know.
And Denzel spends time in Italy, right? So were you able to draw on his knowledge of the culture?
Yeah, that's part of the reason why I really wanted it there, and Richard Wank, the writer, wanted it there as well, because I knew he was comfortable there. He has friends there. He likes to go there, and I thought it would be great to have Denzel in a place that he feels at home anyway. You could feel that there. You could feel it in the movie. So that's part of why Italy was chosen.
And some great interactions with the locals as well that provide humor in this film, which I think is sort of an underrated aspect of the Equalizer movies. As something that Denzel, would you say, is just like a natural at being able to find those comedic notes in such a sort of a subtle way that it never detracts from the tension?
Yeah, he has. I mean, he has he has humor. Denzel's funny. You know, you got to know him though. You know, so sometimes it comes off on film, like when he looks at Chloe and he smiles for the camera. You know, those are just things he does naturally, or when he's interacting with people. You know, so he's very charming and funny. So you just have to know him. You know.
And I love the interaction with Dakota Fanning, who, of course, was a child actor in Man on Fire with Denzel way back in the day.
Yeah.
What was it like seeing them on set? How did they interact?
It was great. You know, it was great because you never know how people really got along, you know, in life until you put them together. I mean, he loves Dakota. He's friends. I think she's friends with his daughter and his kids. And, you know, when I told him she wanted to be in the film, that he loved that idea. And then when I saw them together, I would sit back and watch them off camera, you know, just talking and laughing, and how she still kind of you know, she looks up to him. You can see it, you know. And he would turn to me sometime and smile like she's a grown-up now. Like, you know, it's like a proud dad, you know. So it was cool to see that, man, you know. And I love them in Man on Fire, what Tony did. You know, it was fantastic.
Police found multiple dead bodies on that farm in Sicily. Did you kill him?
Yeah, awesome film. Another awesome film that I want to rewind to, Training Day. You know, your collaboration with Denzel on that film was amazing, and the film itself is kind of a pop cultural moment. Like, what sticks in your mind about the experience of making that film at the time?
Besides the danger, it was a reminder of while I'm in the film business, because I didn't look at the monitor. I didn't look at the monitor, and I didn't look through the camera like I normally do. I sat on an Apple box and just watched Denzel and Ethan, two great actors, go at it. And it was just like I was in theater every day, you know? So the thing, it reminded me of what I love about films is the actors.
Yeah, it's so incredible. I watched it not that long ago. It's fantastic.
Sure.
And now The Equalizer 3, Anton, what do you hope audiences take away from this final chapter and, you know, maybe the final time we see Denzel as this character?
Oh, I hope they enjoy the location. I hope they enjoy seeing Denzel play Robert McCall for the last time. I hope they enjoy the action, the intensity of the action, and they fall in love with the place like we did, you know, and they walk away satisfied with the Equalizer 3 final chapter.
Yeah, so beautiful to watch and such a lot of fun. Anton, it's been a pleasure talking to you as well. You take care and enjoy promoting the film.
Thank you.
Do I look like a killer?